I'm drifting downriver through the lush forest valley along the Burmese border to explore the wonders of Thailand's Golden Triangle. Northern Thailand's fertile mountains and verdant valleys are home to a diverse array of cultures and traditions. This is a land of sacred places and ancient customs, of the deeply spiritual and truly exotic. Here, elephants and humans have formed deep relationships, and skilled artisans create an ever-evolving kaleidoscope of color and form. This mountainous land, known as the Golden Triangle, was once the opium-producing capital of Asia. Today, it's virtually poppy-free and tourist-friendly. The Golden Triangle covers more than 200 square miles, encompassing the mountainous region of Burma, Laos, Vietnam, and Thailand. The border region of northern Thailand is home to about 20 different ethnic groups or hill tribes. Each hill tribe has its own language and unique traditions. Just getting to the tribes is an adventure, a magical journey on elephant and bamboo raft into the heart of the Golden Triangle. The forest is primeval, as if ripped from the pages of Kipling's Jungle Book. There are very few places like this left in the world, and those that do remain are rapidly disappearing. In northern Thailand, you can still find lush forests and authentic hill tribe cultures. Elephants have been part of Thai life and culture for thousands of years. Mahouts, the drivers and caretakers of elephants, will often spend more time with their elephants than with their own families. It's a bond unlike any other in the animal kingdom. My journey to a nearby Lisu village begins at the Mae Taman Elephant Camp. There's no experience quite like riding an elephant. Now, the rustle of the tall grass, the music of the fast-flowing creek. This is the way to see the countryside and the jungle aboard the ultimate all-terrain vehicle. The Lisu are one of the 6 main hill tribes of northern Thailand. They're thought to have originated in eastern Tibet and migrated down through China and into Burma and Thailand. Their colorful clothing is reminiscent of the Kham people of Tibet. Music is an intrinsic part of Lisu life. It's used to celebrate homecomings, hunts, and harvests. This small community was once isolated, but today the village is accessible to tourists. Most of their income comes from selling handicrafts to visitors. For many hill tribes in Thailand, the balance between tradition and tourism is a delicate one. Long-tail boats, which are basically canoes with great big car engines, carry goods and passengers along the idyllic Kok River, past verdant hills, tribal huts, and rice paddies. Long-tail boats are the best way to navigate the sometimes treacherous Kok River. Water levels can fluctuate dramatically, exposing large rocks with just the narrowest gaps between them. The longtail allows the driver to quickly pull the prop out of the water to prevent it from being shattered in the shallows. The Kok River originates in Burma and flows across the Thai border into Chiang Rai. A scattering of hill tribe communities cling to the river's edge. Nan runs My Dream Guest House on the outskirts of a small Karen village. Sawadee Kap. I'm Rudy.
Oh, my name's Nan.
Nan, nice to meet you. And this is your guest house?
Yes, My Dream.
Tell me, how many different tribes live in this area around My Dream Guest House?
So 5 different tribes, nah?
And what are their names?
So Karen,
Karen,
me,
right?
Lahu, Aka, Yao, nah? And then is Lisu around this area, nah?
Wow. Do they all speak different languages?
Different language, yeah. And different culture and different custom.
But they...
Some are from China, some from Tibet, nah? Some, yeah.
Right. Although roads have brought the outside world to their doorstep, the villages still retain much of their traditional way of life. Nam, what are these women making?
Also weaving, no? The weaving, so they make a traditional clothes, no? Every girl, must learn, no?
I see.
Yeah, but the young girl, their wedding is a white color.
Okay.
And that man, marry or not marry, like me, no? Is
red.
Red color. And then after marry, this color, no? Black and red. And then many colors.
Around the midriff, in the middle, yes. And the cotton that the weavers are using, is that grown right here in the village as well?
In the village, no? So they're growing by themselves, no? But in the field.
In this area, many different hill tribes live side by side. Each has its own customs and language, but they all share one thing in common: the love of dance.
It's in the Lahu, different language. Current, different language, but we are together.
When you speak to them, you speak in Lahu?
I speak Lahu.
Almost all traditional dances have some spiritual significance, giving thanks for a fruitful harvest or successful hunt. One of the most common Lahu dances is known as the stomping dance. In this dance, the pipe player leads the other dancers as they mimic his movements. The Lahus are animist, believing that all things in nature have spirits or souls. They believe that there's one spirit that controls all the others. The evening celebrations conclude with the launching skyward of traditional paper lanterns.
I'm amazed I haven't set myself on fire here yet.
A way of thanking the spirits and sending wishes into the heavens.
Okay.
High in the lush hills of Doi Mae Salong, it's tea harvest time. A mix of Lisu and Aka live among these hills and do most of the picking. The Golden Triangle has long been synonymous with the production of opium. But a crop substitution program by the Thai government in the 1970s changed all that.
These hills were once covered with poppies. Today they're tea plantations. Now the very best tea is made by picking the young sprigs at the top of each plant. And these plants can be reharvested every month and a half.
Tea is harvested by hand. Only the first 2 leaves of each shoot are picked. A single worker can gather an average of 30 pounds of green tea in a single day. The process of pouring and tasting tea is an art in itself.
Cup. So the proper way to taste tea here is to take off this top cup. Now your little cup is filled with tea. This is very warm because it's been bathed in hot water. And you have to rub it in your hand to feel the warmth. And then you nose this, much like you might be nosing a rare wine. Notice if it's floral, if it's bitter. Set that down, and you nose the actual tea. Again, notice its fragrance, its flavors, and then sip it. Never swallow big swallows. This is a very gentle oolong from the hills here. And if you like it, you can smile at the server and say, very good.
Well, I was looking for adventure. I guess I found it. The rains come quickly in the tropics, and it's easy to get stuck in the mud. But we're in luck. A cowboy monk from the Golden Horse Monastery comes to our aid. The question is, can this group of novice monks and hill tribe villagers really get us up the hill? Even Armin is impressed. Armin Scotch runs Impulse Tourism out of Chiang Mai. He's gotten himself out of some pretty tight spots over the years, but he's never seen anything like this.
sheer manpower, sheer strength and determination. It must go.
Unbelievable. Well,
No, I pull my hat. I pull my hat.
you pull your hat to that?
Really pull my hat.
I'll doff my hat to that too. That was amazing.
With the excitement over, the villagers pack up and the novice monks return to daily chores. Historically, horses have been used in the area due to the rugged terrain. The distance between villages is so great, the monks collect alms on horseback. The Golden Horse Monastery was founded by ex-Thai kickboxer Prakruban Noi Chai. He established the monastery along the Thai-Burmese border in the middle of a major opium trafficking route. It would take an ex-kickboxer turned cowboy monk to bring Dharma to the front lines of a drug war. He stood up against a powerful drug lord armed only with the teachings of Buddha. The tattoos covering his body are testament to his faith. Ancient text, Buddhist symbols, and mythological animals provide protection, ward off evil, and give him strength. The opium trade damaged the traditional society of hill tribes in the area, especially the lives of children. Many young boys orphaned by the drug trade have been taken in by the monastery. Other monks have now taken up the abbot's cause.
He's saying that most of the kids here come from villages around here. This is a border area, as we know. Most of these kids are kids that were not looked after, either mother, father, dad, or that got indirectly involved in the drugs trade because father, mother was involved in the drug trade. So the main purpose seemed to be to take these kids out of that environment, bring them here, teach them Buddhism, give them a purpose in life, all right? He says that altogether they're looking after more than 200 kids.
200?
Not all of them are here. There's only 30, 40 that are here. But altogether there are more than 200. He's hoping that through donations, etc., they will have the means to actually increase their project here and to receive them all. The idea being that once they've been able to teach these young novices, they can send them back into their respective villages to be leaders.
It's dawn in Chiang Mai, the largest city in northern Thailand. Every morning, throughout the city, monks collect alms. Monks are not allowed to cook. They depend on Buddhist followers to provide them with food. They eat only 1 or 2 meals a day, and they must finish eating before noon. They're not allowed to keep food. Any extra is donated to the poor or given to stray animals.
Western backpackers and hippies flocked to Chiang Mai in the 70s. But today, this northern Thai town is home to sophisticated designer craft shops and luxury resorts, all set against the backdrop of lush green rice paddies and Watts with gleaming Buddhas.
King Meng Rai founded Chiang Mai in 1296 as the new capital of his expanding Lana Thai empire. The old town, surrounded by a defensive wall and moat, has dozens of temples decorated with ornately carved wood and shimmering gold. Chiang Mai is home to more than 300 Buddhist Watts. Wat Cheng Mun is the oldest temple in Chiang Mai. King Meng Rai lived here while supervising the construction of the city. Inside, the temple walls are covered in murals depicting ancient battles and significant religious events.
I'm in the oldest temple in Chiang Mai, and I'm seeing something here I've never seen before in a Buddhist temple. You'll notice that emanating from the left thumb of the Buddha are 2 strings. One stretches this way to the side of the temple where a monk can sit and pray. The other stretches out here to the main room where a person can come and sit and tie this string, which is all part of the string network, tie this string to their head. And it's said that by sitting here while the monk is praying and meditating on the Buddha, your life can be prolonged. Chiang Mai is famous for its handicrafts, silk, wood carvings, necklaces, and bracelets. There's no better place to go bargain hunting than here at the night market. big?
No, no, big like this. Hello.
Oh, I like these. Is this all one piece of
Yes,
wood?
one piece. Mango wood. Please.
Mango wood.
Yeah.
Okay, we do it.
Okay.
Kapunka.
Yeah.
Showrooms around the city offer high-quality, handcrafted goods that increasingly mix modern and traditional design. Scattered around Chiang Mai are small villages of skilled artisans. The village of Borsang is renowned for its decorative parasols, crafted from bamboo and covered in mulberry paper, silk, or cotton. Every umbrella is handmade from start to finish, each design distinctive, with every artist adding his own signature to a dazzling array of parasols.
The artists at the Borsang Umbrella Factory don't just paint umbrellas, they'll paint purses, wallets, cell phones, jean jackets, even my BlackBerry, I think. So, Tikap, can you paint on the back of this? You can. Maybe this silver dragon? This is amazing. It took her 2.5 minutes to put the silver dragon on the back of my BlackBerry. The only guy in town with a dragon on the back of his BlackBerry.
Just minutes north of the city, but miles away in terms of ambiance, the Four Seasons Chiang Mai Resort is set in a valley, ringed by mountains and rice fields. The resort is all Lana architecture, teak wood, buildings on stilts, boardwalks, and steep roofs. The effect is like staying in a rural village and in the lap of luxury all at the same time. My adventure is not over yet. A long-tail boat ferries me to a remote forest camp. But this is not just any camp.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Welcome. Normally we hit the gong to let the spirits and the rest of the campers know that...
I hit the gong?
Yes, yes, please.
Well done. This is to let the guys know I'm here?
Yes, yes, because you are our guest.
I'm roughing it here in Thailand's infamous Golden Triangle in a tented camp. And believe me, I am one happy camper.
That's because this is the Four Seasons Tented Camp, an incredible adventure, a stunning location. Modeled on luxury safari camps in Africa, the tented camp is romantic, remote, luxurious, eco-friendly, and out of this world. Guests wake to the chorus of jungle birds and elephants crunching in the brush.
For thousands of years, Asian elephants were used for labor, hauling, logging, plowing fields, fighting wars. But modernization has changed all that, threatening the centuries-old bond between humans and these magnificent creatures.
John Roberts is director of the Golden Triangle Asian Elephant Foundation. He has his hands full caring for more than 35 rescued elephants.
What is the state of Asian elephants today?
There's really no work left for Asian elephants, domestic Asian elephants. Wild elephants are in the jungle, but the jungle's disappearing. There's nothing that they can do that isn't done twice as efficiently and for twice as long and twice as cheaply by a diesel engine. They find themselves either working in tourist camps, or when they can't find tourist work, especially with young elephants, they find themselves out of work and on the streets.
With their mahouts?
With their mahouts. In pretty poor conditions, not able to look after them very well down there.
And that's where many of your elephants and mahouts came from.
Yes.
So what's... Whoa. So what's the story with this elephant?
We're rescuing you! When she was born, her mum didn't have any milk. And so her mahout stayed up 24 hours a day bottle feeding her and just making sure she survived. After about 3 months, they ran out of money, and she was very, very tiny and a sickly thing. And we came in and we rescued them. We brought her up here.
Now, what does she do? Is she sucking on your finger now?
She's suckling on my thumb.
She likes that.
She likes to suck on her thumb. It's getting towards the end of the day. And you are causing trouble, aren't you, baby?
Yes.
Giving her to his son.
She's curious about the camera.
Wait, here. And elephants like these who are too young to do tourist work, who find themselves in the cities, we try and bring them off, give them a good life, give them a childhood. At least there will be a population of well-balanced, healthy elephants who've had an elephant childhood and can go on to the next step, whether it be all out into the forests or whether there's some work they can do somewhere else.
Is that a happy sound?
That's a happy sound.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Mahouts, the caretakers and drivers of elephants, form intense bonds with the animals they keep. Because elephants can live up to 80 years, mahouts often spend their entire life with them. At the foundation, visitors can become mahouts for a day.
Will this elephant listen to my commands even though I'm not her regular?
Yes, our elephant is very well trained and lovely. They know everything.
So they'll understand me too. They just don't just listen to their regular mahout.
Yes, that's why I teach you how to use the command here.
Okay,
First.
so bye for go, bend for turn,
Yes.
and howl for stop.
How like this? How?
Okay.
Stop.
Sung Sung.
Kick the leg. Okay.
Oh my God, she actually did it. I'm almost there. Oh, this is high up. It's higher up than it looks like from the ground. Sug.
Sug.
Sug. Bye. Bye. How. How. Actually works. I'm ready to go into the deepest jungle. Of course, I don't know how to get off the elephant, but as long as I'm on the elephant, I'm okay. Oh, very slow.
Bath time is bonding time for mahouts and their elephants, an important ritual to keeping the elephant's skin malleable and to lower its body temperature. Elephants don't sweat. Visiting the Golden Triangle is like stepping back in time to a vanishing world of rice paddies, hill tribes, elephants, and monks on horseback. It's more than an adventure. It's a meeting of cultures, a chance to connect with a people and a way of life that have survived for thousands of years. It's also an opportunity in ways great and small to help the people and the animals of Thailand survive.
I think Tawan and I have bonded here, so if you don't mind, we're going to go for a little walk. I don't know who's walking whom, but reporting from the Golden Triangle, I'm Rudy Maxa. Sawadee ka.
For information on the places featured in Rudy Maxa's World, along with other savvy traveling tips, visit rudymaxasworld.com.